Hey guys, back again for another video. Trying to get as many done as I can while I have the time, so I can get them uploaded in the week while I'm at work. Now I got another idea here. I have to say I am lifting this from one of the other YouTube reviewers. I thought it was really good. When I first saw him do it, I thought it was quite funny. Basically what he did is he went through his collection and threw everything he didn't like into a bag. He was talking about, you know, on base notes, a lot of the reviewers on there were complaining about how all the YouTube reviewers only review or mainly review perfumes that they like. So in order to, you know, prove that wrong, he basically, just took what he didn't like, threw it in a bag, and grabbed one out and just said what he thought about it. I thought it was really clever. I thought it was quite funny. I actually kind of chuckled when I first saw him do it. So yeah, I'm gonna follow along in his footsteps. I'm gonna do it a little differently though. I'm gonna do mine, probably do a few parts of it because I've, you know, got quite a few here, as you can see in my Friskies cat food bag that I got free taped to a bag of cat food. So that shows you the respect I'm given to these. Now, this is a lot of it in jest, okay? These aren't awful. Some of them are, but most of them are not awful. And you know as well, my whole philosophy is to each his own. Things I don't like, other people love. And you know, things other people love, I hate. So please just remember that, okay? Don't, you know, say, oh, I love that, I think that's really great, because I do have a few in here that I'm sure will get a bit of controversy. And they're not all just like, this is disgusting, this is horrible. I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm looking at, you know, in terms of uniqueness, I'm looking at lasting power, I'm looking at silage, I'm looking at, you know, originality, all of that put together, okay? So it's not just genuinely this sucks. It's kind of a whole bunch of things that are important to me in a perfume that just aren't present in these ones. Now what I'm gonna do, I said I've got quite a few in here, so I'm just gonna do like maybe 3 or 4 for today. And you know, I'll be putting more in. I buy a lot of perfume blindly, you know, and that's, you know, where you get it, mostly blindly. Not always. I've got a few that I hand selected in here. So yeah, let's see what we got. Alright, so I'm going to reach in completely blind. I'm not going to look. And I'm going to pull out. There's a lot in there. Okay, this is Thierry Mugler A Men Pure Coffee. And this to me is one of the biggest disappointments I have ever had buying perfume. I love B Men. I think A Men is really awesome. And I got this, I actually bought this really cheaply online. I got this for about $70. And I had read lots of reviews on it. I read so many reviews about it. You know, a lot of negative reviews too. And you know, everyone was saying like, you know, it's just pure coffee. It's alright, but why would I want to smell just like pure coffee? So alright, okay, I don't drink coffee myself, but I like coffee notes. I've got a few perfumes that I have that have really, really nice coffee notes that I like quite a lot. And the price was right. This is going for over $100, like well over, up to $200 for a 100 ml bottle. So I had to get it. It was only $70, so I had to buy it. And I got it, and I was just really disappointed. I get really average longevity. I get really below average silage off this. I know it's real. I know this one's real. I've got the box. I've got, you know, the little sample swatch that comes like stuck in the front of the box. It's definitely real. It's just not good. I've smelled better coffee notes on cheap bottles. You know, my Trussardi inside has coffee note that's nicer than this, and that was, you know, like a $30 tester. And from what I can tell, as far as I can tell, all that it is the tar note that I love in A Men is just replaced with a real pseudo coffee note. It's really synthetic. I really don't get how pure it is. Like, it really smells very synthetic to me when I read people like, oh, it does smell like natural. It does smell like, you know, real, natural, freshly ground coffee. You know, I wouldn't have minded that, but it just doesn't smell real. It doesn't smell fresh to me at all. So there we go. That's number one in my Sacco shit. All right, let's reach in and grab another one. What do I got? Yo. Too strong. The opening, when I first spray it, it is alright, but when it dries down, there's something in the dry down. I don't know what the note is, but there's something in this that I really just do not like. I will give this credit for being groundbreaking. You know, this came out in the late 80s, and you know, there's nothing like this before. I will give it credit for that. I'll give it credit for the longevity. I'll give it credit for the silage, but it's just too offensive to me. It's one of a kind, I'll say that, but it's just, yeah, it's too strong. It's got something in it that I don't like. So yeah, Sacco shit. All right, let's grab one more. And I have, Givenchy Pi Neo. And the reason I bought this, I read a lot of reviews for this, but I bought this because the original Pi is not available in Indonesia anymore. And the original Pi I used to wear in college. And when I was in college, I loved it. And I got so many compliments from girls at college. Just like, seriously, like crazy. I couldn't believe it. Even a couple years after I finished college, there was a friend of mine that I kept in touch with email. And you remember back in the days of like ICQ and, you know, when Yahoo was really big, that was like the cutting edge technology. I got this email forward from this girl in college that I briefly dated. And this is, like I said, like 2 or 3 years later. And one of the questions, it was just a questionnaire about, you know, what's your favorite food, what's your favorite movie, your favorite band, and there's like 50 different things. And one of the questions was, what's your favorite smell? And I'm not joking, her answer was that perfume Chris used to wear in college. I don't know the name. And that was the original Pi. Not being able to find it, I got this. I got it for about $45 or $50, and it's awful. It reminds me of the original, but I just don't like it. It's cheap, it's synthetic, it's not... I know the original Pi isn't exactly, you know, a masterpiece of perfumery, but this one, and it's based on the Matrix trilogy, the movies. It's just like, why are you basing perfumes on science fiction movies? Like, am I the only one who finds that really tacky and cheesy? I don't know. It's not, and even then, if I wasn't disappointed, I wouldn't have been impressed. If I had never tried the original Pi, I probably wouldn't like this either. All right, let's get one more in here. What do I got? Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme. This one, it's not that bad, but it's just so boring. This is the most, you know, generic smelling perfume I've ever smelled. It's just so boring and uninteresting. It's just like a bit of ginger, a bit of spice, you know, it's got a little bit of floral in it. I was so disappointed by it. I love the bottle, I really love the bottle, but the perfume itself is so boring. You know, when you consider what else Yves Saint Laurent have done, you know, they've done M7, they've done Jazz, they've done Kouros, they've done Opium and Rive Gauche, and then this is, no, I'm sorry. It just doesn't fly in my books. It's really boring. It's obviously, this is made for a mass market. This was made to sell bottles. This wasn't made, you know, for connoisseurs of fine perfume. This is made to sell bottles to college kids, unfortunately. All right, I'll do one more. Grab one more out of the sack of shit. And, another one, another college scent in my books. Hugo Boss, Boss Bottled, Boss number 6. Terrible, terrible, horrible synthetic mess. That's all I can say. Now, no disrespect to Mark. You know, he's the one who interested me to buy this, and he is my favorite reviewer on YouTube. And he, you know, has this stuff on a pedestal. Mark, you owe me 40 bucks, man. This stuff is terrible. I can't believe it. It reminds me a bit of a few other scents. It reminds me a little bit of John Vervatos, the classic, and it reminds me a little bit of, what is it? John Vervatos and, Marciano, Guess by Marciano. Reminds me a bit of that, but this is just, it's so synthetic and so overwhelming. Really sweet as well. I don't personally like it, but like I said, you know, everybody likes something different. That's my opinion. So there we go. That's my first installment of Sacco Shit. And as you can see, I've got plenty more for another time. You'll have to wait and see what I pull out. So, yeah, guys, you know, leave your comments. You know, what else? What do you think could be in the Sacco Shit? What would you put in your Sacco Shit, you know? Or what do you think of the perfumes I pulled out, you know? I'm sure some of you like some of them. You know, leave your comments, leave your opinions. You know, that's what we're here to do, you know? Everybody has different tastes. So, yeah, stay tuned for another installment at a later date. Alright guys, later.